Coaches, any changes tonight?
Yeah, Norris will play, Joseph won't. Everything else stays the same.
What's Josh bring to your lineup, Coach? Off the
Well, clearly, it's going to help our offense. Going into the year, you'd say he's going to be your one center. Him and Timmy, 1A, 1B. I think it's 36 games or whatever he's missed. We're going to be a different team with him. In saying that, it's going to take him a little bit to get going. No exhibition games to warm up to, right into a midseason game. But over the next few games, I think you'll see we're clearly going to be a different team with him.
How will you handle face-offs with him?
Well, that's Giroux's with him. Giroux can take left, Giroux can take right. We'll see how he feels as the game go on, but Giroux's capable of taking everyone.
And what's Matthew Joseph's status?
Just came back, but not going to play today.
What was your reaction when you found out that Josh would be okay to play tonight?
You know what? It's been a real tough go for him. I mean, mentally, training as hard as he did, the start we had, and then he gets hurt. I mean, I think you remember him going down the tunnel, throwing his stick. And then is it going to be surgery? Is it not going to be surgery? And it's been a long time that he's worked on this. There's times where he was tempted probably to come back a little earlier, but he had to be 100% in his own mind, and he's there now. And we kind of were leading up to it last week, but the practices have dictated that he's ready now. For him, I'm excited. He's a hockey player, and it's tough when you're out. The guys are on the road. You're not with them. But I'm just happy for him that he's able to get back.
Can I make sure I get this right? Is Matthew Joseph a healthy scratch? Okay.
Yes.
Is any elaboration on that, or you just...
No.
You talked for a while about trying to get back into the pack in the Eastern Conference playoff race, and I'm wondering how you look at these two games against Pittsburgh, who's holding down the final two wildcard spots. Do you look at it through that lens?
I think we look at it through the lens of we need every point we can. The road trip didn't go the way we wanted to. First game and third game, I thought we played really well. Could have got points. Could have been 500. Weren't. And again, we'll win games that we don't deserve down the stretch. But I think, we were as close as 5 points. We're 9, But the biggest thing is play the right way. The biggest thing is continue for Timmy and these guys to push themselves and be better, because eventually, they're going to be you look at that team today, Crosby, how many years is it now? Crosby and Malkin. You look at our guys, Timmy's 20. There's a lot of growing to do there. Continue to let those guys develop. Clearly, we want to score more goals, here in the second half, but just get playing good. And you can't put more focus on any game than any other, I guess. But in saying that, back-to-back, it's like a mini little playoff series for us and give us a little bit of experience.
There was more responsibilities on Tim Stützle's shoulders when Josh went down. How do you think overall he fared?
Outstanding. I mean, he's 20 years old. He went against all the best players in the world for 36 straight games. On the road, he saw the toughest matchup. At home, I played him against their top line. He's penalty killed. He's done everything. I mean, I don't know how much more experience and exposure he could get from those situations.
Mentally, I mean, it didn't seem like you had too big. Like the laws went too long. I don't know if maybe that was maybe the most impressive thing about all of this. Sometimes it's tough, when you go on long stretches like this.
No, he's a hockey player. He loves it. Timmy's one of these guys, loves to sleep. He gets to sleep in. He's got good legs every night.
What does this do for Shane Pinto to maybe put him down into that third line spot?
It allows him to develop properly. Unfairly to Shane, with all the injuries, we go on the road and he's out there playing against some of the league's best, probably sooner than you'd want him to do it after a whole season off. For me, he's now going to get to slot into that third hole and develop at a little slower pace. He didn't play a whole year last year. Let's be, as good a player as he is, anybody takes a year off, there's going to be rust. And especially as many games in as many days, he'll be able to get a little less matchup, a little less stress on him. He'll be able to develop at a slower pace, and I think you'll see him pick up here in the second half and finish really strong.
I guess this is a two-parter, like Bernard Docker and Zub, when Zub might be back, and Bernard Docker, every time he comes up, do you see him more of an NHL type of player?
For sure. And I think there's no argument with the organization, how they've developed players and what they've done. And I think Bernard Docker. You don't want to rush him. But at the same point, with Zub out, he comes in, plays a great game the other day. You just want to make sure that you're doing everything right by the kid so that he's set up to have success for the rest of his career. It's going to be a good NHLer. It's just, is it full-time now? It's starting to look more and more like he's better every time he comes here.
Bigger picture, would you like to see some more kids come up, whether a Ridley Gregg or somebody like that, or do you wait to see if there's injuries and necessitates a call-up like that?
Well, I think that's Pierre's call. That's not my call. Pierre will make that call as to when he comes up and when he's ready. Ridley is going to be a real good NHL player. Is it right now or is it later? We're going to find out.
Introduce your assistant coach.
Yeah, you know what? Here, go ahead. Give him your name.
Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel's here. The boys are going to take care of him. He's going to read the lineup for me tonight. We're going to get ourselves a win, right? Here we go.
To get the okay for today.
It's kind of been like a set date for a little bit now, so I just kind of stuck to that and felt comfortable with it, and the training staff and everyone was really patient with me, and just kind of did what we had to do. So I feel good, and I'm ready to go. So thanks to you guys for being patient too. I know it was a lot of gray area for a long time, but yeah, thanks anyway.
What was your reaction when you found out you could be in the lineup tonight?
I was excited, obviously. Been a long time since I've put some skates on and played a game with these guys, so I'm just looking forward to that. Obviously, contributing and trying to do my part and win a hockey game tonight. Really, I don't want to be a distraction. I just want to come back and help this team out.
What's been the
challenge to face Crosby and Hogan in your first game?
Yeah, I mean, why not go up against some of the best players in the world your first game back? So I'm excited for it, and I'm not really too focused on that. Just focus on my game and play a full 60.
What's been the hardest?
I don't know. We'll see how the game goes. I think G's going to take most of them, though.
What's been the hardest part just of this whole process? I mean, imagine you had to be the most patient of anyone here. Like, how did you get through it?
Yeah, I mean, there's some tough days. Obviously, it's a long recovery, and some days you feel good, and some days you don't, and you have a good week, and then you have not so great of a week. And I think it's just trying to stay even keel and stay with them mentally. I think obviously it was a long recovery, and I had some really good teammates too that would check in on me and stuff. So fortunate for that, and I think it made me a better person for sure.
Were you relieved to hear that you didn't need surgery?
I mean, yeah, I think so. You never want to hear that you need surgery, and I think that's why you see multiple people for sure. And trusted the guy that ultimately we agreed with, and I feel good right now. So I'm glad that we trusted him.
How do you see yourself fitting in with that power play unit right now?
I think well, honestly. I mean, G's obviously one of the best passers in the league, and I love seeing his game. And Pinner and Brass are great kind of in the pop and in front of the net. So I mean, obviously, I think I'd like to add my shot to that unit and think it would help him out. So thought we had some good chemistry this morning. Didn't really get a ton of practice, but yeah, I'm excited to play with him.
We've seen you on the ice for I think just over a month. When did you start feeling confident in your game again?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, I've been skating for a long time, and maybe 3-4 weeks ago, I felt like I was getting a little bit closer, and then it just kind of, you got to take your confidence as it comes, and that can be kind of a, playing on the edge with that a little bit. So once I kind of got my confidence back on my shoulder, it's just a matter of time before it connected in my brain, and I feel good.
When will you be able to maybe take that leap and try face-offs? Like, how does that work?
I don't know. That's down the road. I'm taking it one day at a time right now. Obviously, I want to get back to that, those scenarios and take draws. I think that's a big part of my game, obviously, and that would help the team, I think, too. But it's one day at a time right now.
Is there any nervousness about making your first hit?
A little bit. I mean, I think that's normal. But I think once I get it out of the way, I'll be fine. I've taken some in practice, and I feel really good, so I'm not concerned about it.
You take a lot of pride in your fitness. I'm guessing that you feel you're up to snuff there as far as wind and everything else is concerned.
Yeah, I feel good. I mean, Jer and Robbie are strength guys, and Dono and Jesse Winchester were skating me for a while, and they did their job. They bagged me pretty good for a while, so I'm kind of glad that that's over now. And I can't say thanks enough to the medical guys either. It was a long road, but I feel good physically and mentally.